In this one, and we have a picture-perfect ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Yards out of that quick slant.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
What? 56. 25, 25. Hey, watch it.
They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready. 95, 56, 95, 56. 54. Man, I got you.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Ready.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Under 10. Sammy, Sammy. 10.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards that time.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Set. Yellow lady.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
No, over.
Check.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Ready, set. Ready, set.
Brees looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Ginn's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Brees to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
First down, New Orleans.
Ready.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble.
Check. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Check. Whip. Watch the whip.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
47's the mic.
Got it.
47 mic.
Good touch.
Throwing is Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 23 yards to pick up there. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Check 24. Check 24. Check.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Hey, 0.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Gordon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Kill.
Kill.
Bree's going to throw. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Thomas, the intended target.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carries.
13. Check 13.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And this one's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
I'm coming after you. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let him know.
A toss play, Gordon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gun. 4 down.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. And let's get
Now Wilson to throw on 3rd down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Cameron Brate His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Breeze finding Kamara. 16 yards, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Get it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker. Maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz. He's going to win that battle just about every time.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
On play action, it's Breeze. He'll buy some time right. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Hey, kill. Kill.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. Murray has the first down and more. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because
at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 on the Seahawks 36-yard line.
Ready. 95, 56.
50, Mike, 50. Hey, let's get this, get this.
Now Breeze. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Sack City, baby.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to loft. This is caught inside the 15. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Here we go.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Second and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here.
Kill.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check.
12, 12, 14, 14.
Wide, get wide.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
All go special.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Play action. Now Wilson. And Jennings has it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
Move the team.
Mike's 56. Go.
Alert.
Check. Check your hot read.
Got it.
Kill.
Again, Wilson. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard.
The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. To throw is Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments. Quarter number 2.
Good job, D.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the screen. Good job right there. Good job right there. Minus 47. Look good. We didn't want this.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1 touchdown. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. He'll air it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
I'm not sure, Brandon. We've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Ready, 5-8, 5-8. I'm coming. Check nickel.
Let's break it down, fellas, break it down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Smith catches left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
52, Mike 52. Watch the out, watch the out. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Easy, opposite. Slam.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Ready. 5-9.
Mike 5-4. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Ready, take.
Again, it's Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz good on the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? The biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go. Mike's 47. I'm here all day. Check. 47 to Mike, boys. 47. Check. 47.
This time Wilson will throw. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he slips up past the 45.
Check 50. 36, 37 on it. Shit.
Wilson will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check, check, check. One foot, one foot. Alert 3.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Set. Yellow waiting. Mike is a 50. Check. Under. In your face. Kill.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 39, Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
We got to step it up.
On the ground, Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Brees now to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Ready. 5-9. You're good, you're good. 5-4, ready. Check. Check 3, check 3. Hey, kill. Rush in.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brees going to go on 4th down. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Four down.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wilson to Gordon out left.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Easy, opposite.
Now Breeze. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Saints.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Sammy.
Check four.
Toss play, Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan again. In there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. They'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of important fourth down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. Breeze to throw for it on fourth. And Gen's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And there was a chance for them to end the game. An incompletion, it's probably over. But how big was that one, though, to keep this game going?
That's the conversion of the game right now, no doubt. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw is Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, hey. Switch.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Finds his target. It's Gates. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle.
First and 10 at the 36.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. I'll go special. I'll go special.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So 3 points, the deciding margin, and the kick no good at the end that could have sent us to overtime. And while it was a decently long kick, you know, we've almost gotten to the point with these kickers these days, anything inside 60, we just expect them to make it. But that was a tough pressure kick.
I love how you brought that up, though. That is so true because the kickers have almost done themselves a disservice by being so good. Exactly right. And when they do miss it, I'm not sure we give enough gravity to the idea of, you know, that's a really long kick in a difficult situation, folks. Tough attempt, and he missed.
So for the Saints, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the
Took me so long getting back to my right mind.